I'll just start by... what did she say? Okay, I'll just start by playing the theme music so that I don't forget. Hang on. Theme music... Okay. Hello everyone, and this is welcome to the Discount Bookshop podcast. What episode is this? Episode 30. Jess left me a note with things to say at the top of the podcast. Not sure what the top is, but I imagine it's an acting thing. She's written that it's good. Hang on, she's written, what does that say? She's written, it's good that we're on episode 30. But she didn't say why, so I guess I'll just say it's good that we've now got to episode 30 and leave it there. And also my name's Andrew. And I'm your host. Oh, I'm doing this all back to front. Gonna have to freestyle here, so welcome in. I hope you've got a nice comfy cushion to perch on and a snack. And a drink as well. Ready for this episode to tell you all about the tale of the Discount Bookshop. Well, that makes it sound like I'm gonna go into the history of the shop. Maybe we could do that in the future, but no. Not for now. Sorry, I'm a bit frazzled now. I'm not used to this hosting thing. Jess will be with us shortly, thankfully. She's just had a shift at our store in Trinafferton. The Trinafferton store. I'll tell you the quick version of the story now, just in case her version's so long that it doesn't actually fit in the episode. So basically, she got an email from head office saying that they're thinking of starting a personal shopping service at the company, where a member of staff is there to specifically to help customers find everything they need. I thought there'd be no way that Jess would want to do that, because between you and me, she complains enough about having to help customers as it is. She said to me, though, that she thought it would be entertaining for the podcast because they wanted people to do a free trial as a personal shopper to see if it works well. So anyway, so Jess went up to Trinafferton yesterday, stayed overnight in a hotel, and then did a shift as a personal shopper today and is on her way back. So we'll see what she has to say. Hopefully it was interesting, at least. Never been to Trinafferton myself. I don't think I have anyway, so hopefully it was alright. I'm sure Jess will have stories to tell anyway. Oh, I feel like I'm a bit close to the microphone. I don't really know how to fill the time here. Jess texted me to start recording, but she's not actually back yet. So how are you all? How are you finding the new year so far? Me? Oh, thanks for asking. My year's going pretty well, thanks. Went to the cinema the first time in ages the other day to see that new musical film. I forget the name. Anyway, I really liked it. It was based on that story, whatchamacallit? You know that... Oh, what is it? You know that book and film... And it's based. Oh god! It's a really famous story, really popular. What's it called? Oh god!
Have you started recording?
Yeah, I've been recording for a while, but I don't really know what to say. I was just waiting for you to get back.
I can tell. I could hear you whittering whilst I was walking up the stairs.
Oh my god! Watch what you're doing. Your bag, yeah, you're gonna drop your bag. Your bag's falling. Your bag's falling. Okay.
Just trying to get my coat off.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus, did you just get back?
Yeah, I thought about getting food instead of coming back to the shop.
Is it stuck?
Oh, Zip stuck.
Yeah.
Zip
I
stuck.
see that. It's
As
stuck.
it's nearly... anyway, I thought of getting food instead of coming back to the shop as it's nearly the end of the day now. But I thought I'll just come and record this now.
Whilst it's still fresh in your mind. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, while it's still fresh in my mind and while the rage is still fresh.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm full of rage.
About the shift or the train?
Both.
Or the hotel you stayed in?
Both.
Both of those three things.
Yeah, both of those three things. Hang on, Andrew, 1 minute. And also my zip is stuck. Oh
just
my
put,
God.
just
Okay.
try to do it a little bit.
Take it off. Okay.
Okay.
It's off. It's off.
Just do the zip later. Okay, that was so loud.
Okay, I'm ready now.
I did the introduction. Probably not very well, but I did it.
Okay, thanks. You know, it doesn't matter if it's not very good. It's never very good when I do it either.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, first, rude. Second, I know, but still rude.
Were the trains on time?
Okay, I'm going to walk you through the 2 days I've had.
You're starting off with quite a negative tone. Would that be fair to say, Jess?
That would be more than fair to say, Andrew. In fact, I would say that's quite a generous understatement.
A livid tone?
A livid tone, yes, that's more like it. Oh, and don't be fooled by my tone, listeners. I'm very excited that this is episode 30 that we're on now of the podcast.
Oh yeah. Why is that exciting? I saw that you wrote that down.
In fact,
Oh.
sound of celebration.
Very loud in my eardrum.
What did you
Jess.
say, Andrew?
I said, why is it exciting that
You're
we're
a
on
bit close
episode
to the
30 of the
microphone.
podcast? Before you burst my eardrum.
Well, it's a great achievement, isn't it? Episode 10, then 20, then 30. You know, it's pretty exciting that we're still going after all this time, despite the tone of my voice. I'm very excited about it.
Oh, right.
Is that not exciting to you? Great.
No, it is. It is exciting. I don't know. I thought there was more. When you wrote it down, it just seemed like there was more significance to the number 30.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's just a plain old number 30 episode.
Well, no, I'm not
of the
disappointed.
podcast.
Gotta feel bad now.
No, I'm just
I
joking.
thought that maybe it was exciting because you're 30 or something.
I'm not 30, Andrew. I'm not 30. Are you
you
joking?
Not? I thought you were 30.
30 years old.
I thought you were. You're not?
No.
Oh,
Where
sorry.
did you get that from?
I thought you were.
Who told you that?
I don't know.
God, was it one of our customers?
No, I don't.
So anyway,
know.
Andrew, yesterday after work, I hop on the train to Trinaferton.
Do you think our listeners know where Trinaferton is?
Well, I've just come back from there and I don't even know where it is, so I don't imagine they will. 5 points to any of you who've heard of Trinaferton. 20 points to anyone who's actually been there.
20.
Anyway, I get the train. Train smelled like rotten cabbage, Andrew. Train was expensive. Train was late. Train was not clean.
How late was the train?
Any amount of late is late as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, so you admit that you're always late to work then? Yeah, that's what I thought.
The journey on the train was all right because I was listening to my music and podcasts, so all was fine there.
Oh, what music were you listening to?
Well, actually, it's funny you should say that because on the way there, I was listening to some songs from the Discount Bookshop, the musical, which Alison Damson sent me.
Has she finished that yet? It must be years.
She says
she's been
that it's a
working
work
on.
in progress.
Which means no, then she hasn't finished.
I'd say so.
Were they good songs?
They were interesting and unlike anything I've heard before, and that is all I'll say.
Can you play them on the podcast for the listeners?
No, Alison said that they were only for my ears. For my ears only, she said, unfortunately.
That's a shame.
I mean, of course, immediately after listening to them, I had to share them with everyone on the train, which kept us all entertained
Jess!
for the journey.
You're not supposed to show anyone.
Andrew, how on earth am I supposed to listen to something like that and not share it with the world? Impossible,
Jess.
can't be done. I have to tell people immediately.
Alison should start sending them to me instead. I wouldn't share them around willy-nilly.
Well, normally I would agree, but if you listen to these songs, Andrew, I think you would show as many people as possible.
Really?
I'll play them for you after.
Come on, so you got to Trinaferton.
Oh yeah, got there, got lost.
Not a great start.
Did the listeners know the story of why I went to Trinaferton?
Yes, I told them in the introduction because, no offence, but I thought you'd take forever to tell them the story.
Andrew, my stories are concise.
What if they're concise? I'd like to hear what the extended versions are.
Well, how much time have we used up so far?
No, Jess, I was joking.
If you hadn't
was
started
joking.
recording so early, then we'd have time for the long version of my story.
You told me to start recording when I did. You texted me and
Well,
said, "Can you
I
start
didn't
recording?"
know then that you wanted the long version of the story, did
No,
I? So...
I don't want, Jess. I don't want the long version of the story. I was joking.
Oh, right. Well, what are you going on about it then?
Oh my god.
Okay, so I finally found the shop yesterday, introduced myself, put my bags down,
Mhm.
etc. The manager there in Trinaferton, Sandra, talks me through what I have to do, and I just get on with it, basically.
So was it just you being a personal shopper, or were there people from other stores trying it out too?
No, it was just me.
So did you have to ask customers if they wanted help, or?
No, there was a stand in the corner of the shop, which was where people came if they wanted personal shopping. So it was just like I was just standing in the corner basically, and it was supposed to be anyway. And it was a free
Jess.
service, but they could only get it one at a time. So it was basically whoever noticed first, because there was like a sign that said personal shopping free.
So how long were you standing there before anyone noticed you?
About half an hour.
Oh dear, that's quite long for you, isn't it?
Very long. I'm not just going to stand there like a lemon for half an hour, so I just started like wandering off and looking
Jess.
around their shop.
Is it big? Is it a big shop?
It's about the same size as ours, but a different shape.
Right.
So yeah, eventually a guy comes over and asks if I work in the shop. And I say yes, but only for today, and he asks why, and I say that I'm trialling out a personal shopping service for the company. He starts
Jess.
asking more about the personal shopping, and I'm like, look mate, I can't tell you about the personal shopping yet because I haven't actually done any.
You didn't say that. Don't tell me you didn't say that.
No, but I wanted to. That's what I was thinking.
Right, yeah, I was hoping you'd say that.
I think he just wanted a chat, but I really wanted to get on with this personal shopping. I needed some content for the podcast, you know?
Yeah.
So I just kept giving him really short answers to the questions he was asking me. Eventually he had to go because he hadn't bought any stamps and his time was running out.
Oh.
Don't know what that meant, but that's what he said.
Was he quite old?
Yeah, but I think he probably meant his car parking ticket was running out.
Oh.
Yeah, not his time.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
I don't know how he would know.
No, sorry, now that I think about it, it's silly.
But he
yeah.
was old, so who knows? Maybe he just knew that his time was running out.
Why would he need stamps, then?
Yeah, it really makes you think.
Anyway,
Jess?
Jess?
Yeah, so no sooner has the guy gone to get his stamps when a woman walks over and notices the sign saying personal shopping. She asks what it is and whether or not she has to pay. And upon hearing that it was free, she produced this shopping list, and I thought, great, she's the perfect first customer to have personal shopping. She knows exactly what she wants. I just have to find everything on that list and then I'm done. No.
Yeah.
Andrew, no.
Oh.
Turns out that on her shopping list, it just said things like gift for Timothy, gift for Arabella, gift for Franklin. She had no ideas of what to buy any of them, but there were like 10 people on the list and she wanted to buy multiple presents for each of them. They were like her grandchildren, nieces, nephews, etc. And she had no idea how old any of them were or what they were interested in.
Sounds about right.
I spent about an hour going around the shop with her, umming and ahhing, until finally she'd made her mind up. And there was one person on the till and there was a queue, and while standing in the queue she started to doubt the things that she'd picked. And I was desperately hoping that the queue would move faster so that she could just buy stuff and leave. But the people in front were taking forever and chatting away to the staff member on the till.
Yeah.
At this point, I was getting really stressed, thinking about all the time I just spent with this customer and what a waste of time it would be if she changed her mind and I had to put it all back on the shelves again. So she got to the till, they scanned them through, and in total it was £147 for 32 items, right?
Yeah.
So she commented on how good the price was for all of those items, but then she started asking about individual prices, like, oh, how much was that box set of books? Shouldn't it have been half price? That is half price. Oh, okay then. Or what about that set of crayons? How much were they? Why are they so cheap? Is there something wrong with them? Are they on sale? Are they always that price? You know, are they good quality? I suppose they can't be very good quality for that price. No, perhaps I should buy those. I wonder if I could get them better quality elsewhere. You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, nightmare.
I'll tell you, Andrew, by this point I was sweating.
Were you standing by the till as well?
Well, I wasn't really sure whether I was supposed to help the customer at the till as part of the personal shopping, so I was kind of like hovering within hearing distance in case I needed to go over, but I also wanted to keep my distance because the customer was stressing me out so much, and you know that I can't bear to be around people for too long.
Well, that's what I was thinking when you said you were going around the shop with them for an hour. I was like, it doesn't sound like Jess.
People really aren't my thing.
Well, maybe not the best for a personal shopper.
No, but I needed something to talk about on the pod, and it seemed like a great opportunity for content, you know.
Yeah, well, that's... Yeah, so did she buy everything in the end?
No.
Oh.
No, she didn't, Andrew.
Oh, dear.
Out of the 32 items she brought to the till, do you want to guess how many she actually bought?
None of them?
18.
Oh, well, at least that's not nothing.
At first it wasn't nothing, no. Yes.
Oh.
First, she looked through everything that she's brought to the till and whittled it down to 18 items, which she then tried to pay for using both an out-of-date voucher and a gift card that was for a different bookshop.
Ah.
She was like, but it's for a bookshop. And the person on the till was like, yeah, but not this bookshop.
That's pretty funny.
That bit was pretty entertaining, I'll be honest.
It sounds like the whole saga was pretty entertaining.
Well, it would have been if it hadn't been so tiring.
I see.
Anyway, so she pays for the 18 items and leaves.
Oh, phew.
Yeah, well, at least few for a few minutes.
Oh.
Then few quite quickly turned into, oh no.
She came back, didn't she?
She came back.
Returned all 18 items.
And returned all 18 items.
Goodness me.
No, goodness me, Andrew.
Goodness you.
I don't even know why I was surprised.
So she didn't buy a thing in the end?
Not a sausage.
How annoying.
I'm obviously not a very good personal shopper.
Well, and not to rub salt into the wound, but...
Oh, Andrew, can we not talk about wounds? Making me feel sick.
But you did also lose the company £147 by losing that sale.
Yeah. Yes, I did. Thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome. And what was the reason for her not buying them in the end?
And bringing some of them back.
Yeah, why did she not want them?
I think that because she was buying for so many people, she was stressing that she wasn't buying the right things and that she'd get it wrong.
Right.
So instead, she got it wrong in the shop.
So did you have to just put it all back?
Well, actually, a guy who worked there called Oaken said he'd put them all back for me, which was very nice of him because there were so many things to put back.
That's nice.
I did offer to put half of them back too, but he said that as I was there to do personal shopping, he'd do it for me so that I could just do the personal shopping.
Wow. So was that the only personal shopper of the day?
No, it took a while to get another one because most people were happy to shop for themselves.
It's funny, isn't it, that when you're not a personal shopper, they ask you where absolutely everything is, but when you are a personal shopper, they're like, no thanks, I'm happy to find everything myself.
I know, that's exactly what I was saying to the people there. Oh, shout out to the people I was working with, actually, in the Trinaferton store, by the way. They said that they'll listen to this episode. In fact, some of them said that they already listen, Andrew.
Oh,
can you believe that?
That's good. So did they know who you were then?
They did actually know who I was. They suggested some segments that I could do on the podcast, but although I think they were very funny, I told them I don't think head office would approve.
Oh, right. Can you say what the ideas were?
I'll tell you after.
Oh, they were that bad?
Well, they're not bad as such.
Just not good.
I don't want to make the listener's imagination go wild. You know, they weren't that bad. They just wouldn't be approved by head office. Not that they listen anyway.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, so thanks to everyone working at the Trinaferton store for being nice to me, making me feel welcome and keeping me entertained all day. So I was working with Oaken, Sandra, Freya and Catalina. I said I'd give them a shout out.
Oh, I think I've met Sandra, actually. I think I know
her.
At
a meeting or something?
Yeah, it was definitely something. Quite a while ago, I think. Can't remember what, though.
Great, well thanks for that. So if you're listening, Sandra, Andrew says hi if you've met before.
Hi Sandra. Is there a store in the town centre?
Yeah, there's lots of other shops around, which is pretty good.
Did you do any other personal shopping?
Oh yeah, I keep getting distracted. So after personal shopping for that first customer, I was really tired and stressed, so the staff and I started playing with, you know that Velcro dartboard we have?
The one with the toucans on it?
Yeah, but in the Trinaferton store, they have other ones too.
What?
Yeah, they have the toucan one, but they also have an insect one, a dragon one, a farm animals one, and a lizard one.
Well,
I was well jealous. Mind you, they have to have loads of room for theirs because they want all 5 of them to be seen. So they need to have like 5 different hooks instead of our. We've only got ours on one. So actually, we've got it better, really.
I see.
Still, though, they were really cool. I've never seen them before.
So you played with that to de-stress?
Yeah, head office always wants us to do demonstrations of toys, so we just played with them.
And did you sell any?
No one came in the shop the whole time we were playing, to be honest.
Wow, so no more personal shopping before lunch?
I did one more before lunch, but that was an easy one. Just a customer looking for a present for a child who likes dinosaurs and one who likes unicorns.
Oh, easy. Easy peasy.
I know, I said they're all over the shop, but the problem might be choosing which one she wants. But luckily, the customer wasn't fussy at all and wasn't a fan of shopping, so basically just chose the first thing she saw, paid and left.
Great.
Perfect customer.
Great.
After lunch, it was a while before I got another one, but the one I got was so annoying.
Okay, but you know that they could listen to this, don't you?
Oh,
just before you
Andrew,
say anything.
I don't care. Like, the customers need to know the truth about what we think about how they act, because it needs to be said. It needs to be said. So I don't care. It's fine.
I'm just reminding you that this is.
Yeah.
You're about to say it. They might listen.
It's fine.
So.
She walks in. She says that she's looking for a bedtime storybook for her granddaughter. Mm-hmm. I think about what we have in our store and remember that book we have, the one's called 50 Bedtime Stories. I think it's by Harriet Hughes, I think she's called.
Possibly.
The one, I think we only have 2 or 3 left now. They're on the shelf with the sticker books for some reason.
Oh, yeah, I need to move those.
Yeah, I don't know why they were there in the first place. Actually, thinking about it, I might have put them there.
Well, that would explain it then.
But anyway, I was wondering if they had that book in the Trinaferton store, because I thought that would be perfect. So I was looking all around, and the customer was like, "Do you have any or not?" And I was like, "Well, I have them in my store, but I don't know where things are in this store." And she was like, "Well, that's not very good." And I was like, "Well, I know where they're likely to be. If not, I'll ask someone who works in the store." And she was like, "Well, can't you just ask them now instead of wasting my time?" And I tell you, Andrew, you're not going to believe this. I was getting a little bit irritated by the customer at this point.
I'm not surprised. I would
I thought,
as well,
you could have just looked for the children's book yourself. I don't know, maybe in the children's book section.
But she didn't.
But you didn't. And now I'm trying to help and you're not appreciating it. Anyway, you know me, Andrew, and I don't like to cause a fuss.
Yeah, that's what you always say. It's just simply not true.
So I have a look on the shelves to see if I can find it. I look where I think it'll be. But I can't find it, So I go over to Freya, who's on the till, and ask her, and she says that they had 1 copy, and the last time she saw it was by the dictionaries.
So off you go to the dictionaries?
Yeah, so off I go to the dictionaries, and can I find it?
Yes?
No. Nowhere to be seen. The customer is huffing and puffing at this point, and honestly, I'm worried that she's going to explode. Her arms are folded, her eyes are rolling, and when along comes Oaken, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I think, great,
Because he'd put away all the other customers' unwanted stuff. So
yeah, exactly. So when putting it back, he might have come across the bedtime story, or he might just know where it is, or,
So had he seen it?
Yes, he had. It was with the glitter, the Happy Glitter Unicorn Adventure books.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so he went over there, got it for me, the last copy.
Great.
I'm feeling really pleased, and I show it to the customer, and guess what she says? Go on, guess. Just take a wild guess. Whatever comes to mind.
She says, "Oh, thank you." You're shaking your head, so I assume that means I'm wrong.
I passed over the last copy of 50 Bedtime Stories by Harriet Hughes. She looked at the book, then looked at me and said, "No, I said I wanted a bedtime storybook."
What?
I tell you, Andrew, I was aghast.
I don't blame you.
I was taken aback, and I had to take a moment to reflect on what she'd just said. I said, "What's that?" And she barked back at me. I said I wanted a bedtime storybook.
Blimey.
I know. I said, "This is a bedtime storybook." And she responded with, "No, I mean a bedtime storybook. A book that I can sit down and read to my grandchildren before they go to bed."
What?
I tell you, Andrew, it's not often I lose my cool.
Well, can't lose what you never had.
I was livid.
Well, what did she actually want? Did she explain any more what she actually wanted?
No, she just kept saying that a book called 50 Bedtime Stories wasn't a bedtime storybook.
Unbelievable.
I'm so enraged just thinking about it.
Well, yeah, I understand why. It's enraging.
I mean, what was I supposed to do?
I actually don't know.
I mean, what did she want?
I don't know.
She just kept saying the same thing, that then eventually stormed out of the shop.
Oh, Jess, do you know what?
What?
I bet I know what she was asking for.
What?
A book of bedtime stories.
Oh, yeah! Silly me!
Yeah.
Oh, Andrew, I'm so glad you said that.
That's
I realise now that I was showing her a book of bedtime stories when what she actually wanted was a book of bedtime stories.
Exactly.
Now I understand.
Yeah, took me a while to understand as well.
Thank God you pointed that out, Andrew.
So what did you do with the book?
Oh, I'll just put it back on the shelf.
Ready for the next customer to reject it?
Poor book, it just wants to be read.
And was that all of the personal shopping that you did then?
Yeah, that was it.
So it didn't go particularly well then?
I'd say
as a
it was
trial.
almost an absolute waste of time, actually.
Which, to be fair, is what you said when you signed up for it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's a new thing for the discount bookshop, so maybe it'll catch on.
Well, whatever, I don't want to do it anymore, that's for sure.
No.
I'll just stick to what I'm best at.
Getting annoyed by customers and then talking about them on a podcast which no one listens to.
Yep,
Yeah.
living the dream.
And how was the hotel?
Not too bad, actually.
I thought it wasn't good.
There was a famous person staying at the hotel whilst I was there.
Oh, anyone I would know?
Yeah, you probably would know him. I won't say who it was on the podcast, just in case he's still staying there. Although I think he left the same time as me, but just in case.
Intriguing. British?
American mainly.
American mainly.
Actor.
Right.
Same age as me.
Oh.
He was going into his room as I was coming out of mine, because our rooms were next to each other. And we smiled at each other. And then I passed him again on the stairs later on. And then again the next morning when he was going in for breakfast as I was leaving. And he asked me how my breakfast was.
And how was it?
And
how was the breakfast?
not too bad, actually. I said, enjoy your breakfast.
And what did he say?
He said, thanks, have a great day.
And what did you say?
I said, thanks, you too, see you later.
Were you seeing him later?
No, and do you know what? I've thought about that ever since.
Why do people say see you later when they're not seeing them later?
I don't know. I don't even know why I said that. That's not something that I say.
So did you get a photo with him then?
Well, I thought about it, but I felt like we'd become hotel buddies by that point. So I thought it might be a bit weird because we used to see each other. We saw each other quite a bit and chatted, and you know.
What's he been in?
It's a bit awkward now, isn't it? Because not, you know.
Well, I suppose so. What's he been in?
He was in that film you went to see at the cinema. What was it called?
Oh, no way! Oh, I can't remember what it's called, and I can't remember his name. You mean the main guy?
Yeah, he's filming in Trnafton.
Oh, shame you weren't there for longer. You could have been in the film.
Andrew, I was honestly tempted to stay for another day just so that we could become best friends, but I think that was his last day there as well. I think it was only like 2 days that he was there as well.
Well, maybe he'll come to West Monchuan to film next.
Well, you never know. I mean, you've seen the photos I've taken of all the filming locations around here, haven't you?
What filming locations?
Have I never shown you before?
Don't think so.
They've filmed loads of things around here over the years. I'll have to show you at some point. I've taken pictures of some filming places.
So overall, the personal shopping might work in the future, but you don't want to be a personal shopper.
Oh, absolutely no way do I ever want to be a personal shopper again. In my experience, a lot of people don't actually know what they want, so I don't want to waste my time.
Okay, well, I'm sure head office will contact you to see how it went.
I've got to send them an email, I think.
Oh, are you going to remember to do that?
Almost certainly not.
Yeah, as I suspected.
I do just need to remind everyone, just quickly, just before we end, I'm just aware of time, we're running over.
Oh, yeah.
I just need to remind everyone that World Book Day is on Thursday the 7th of March, and we will be having an event in all stores of the Discount Bookshop. Everyone will be dressing up for World Book Day, and there will be a quiz to complete about books with clues all around the shop, and a prize for everyone who completes the quiz. So that will be from Saturday the 2nd of March, and the last day will be World Book Day itself the following Thursday. No need to sign up, just turn up on the day and the event is free to enter. Also, if you're local to West Monchuan, the Latira Shopping Centre, which is our store, our store's in the Latira Shopping Centre. Our shopping centre will be doing all sorts of arts and crafts, face painting, that sort of stuff, also from the 2nd to the 7th of March. I believe that's also free, and you can just turn up on the day. Andrew, did you do Employee of the Month?
Oh, no. No, I didn't.
Do you want to do it now?
Okay, Employee of the Month this month is Paul Halpert, the assistant manager in our store in Lyme Regis. Well done to...
Well done.
Oh.
Well done, Paul. Well done, Paul.
Well done to you, Paul. You were nominated by your manager, Eva Lydian, for coming in last minute to cover staff shortages when 3 members of staff called in sick the day after a night of partying. She goes on to say that this mysterious illness disappeared the day after and all 3 staff members were back on their feet,
Suspicious.
almost as if they were never really ill in the first place.
Very suspicious.
Nevertheless, big thanks to you, Paul, for being responsible and taking your work seriously. We can always count on you. Oh. Yeah.
Yes, well done to you,
done.
Paul. Thank you so much for everyone for listening and joining us
Thank you,
on this
everyone.
episode 30. Very exciting.
Oh my!
I still can't believe that we've got to episode 30, and I'm very excited about it, even if Andrew isn't.
I am. It's a really good achievement.
Please take the time to like, subscribe, and give this podcast a good rating. If you enjoyed, we'd really appreciated it. Anything more to add, Andrew?
Who was the famous guy in your hotel?
Tell you in a minute. All right, thanks a lot.